Hello. What is up, everybody? B-Shot's back in his house. Whoop, 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 whoop. And we got a fun and interesting one today for the stream for today. This arm is not doing what I need to do. But basically, we're going to be going and doing some fun coffee art. I have a few different coffee instruments like my pitchers. Also have a little knockbox for the espresso. We got some cups as well, folks. You know, obviously, so we can be nice and good. We got Cora, because obviously Cora wants some coffee too. This is not in association with Cora's Coffee, just so you guys know. All right, so we're basically going to be getting into it. I also have, obviously, you can see a hand cam where there's stuff going on over here. Well, you know, we can move some of this right here so you can see that. And then I still got chat on screen, and everything should be rolling. I hope today's going to be a real interesting one. Actually, oh, this is cool. I can use the mouse on my apron. Is this clean? Probably not. It is what it is. Okay. Click. Clicking some buttons real quick. Nice. And then now, close this. And then we're gonna post this in my Discord. And we're gonna hop right into it, folks. Let's get to it. And let's have a fun one. All right. Check. Audio. Is everything good? Is everything good? Is Cora back there? Oh, yes, she's like right down there. She's right down there. But hope everyone's having a fantastic day today. We're gonna be making some coffee art, and hope you guys are ready for a fun one and a good one. Let's get into it. And if you're watching a vertical, make sure you come over to the horizontal, because that's where I have multiple angles. Just so you folks know. Let's get into it. Like this. I also have some music. If the music gets a little too loud, just let me know. All right, so first order of operation. Let's check the audio. Okay, I think I'm talking at a fair level right now. I have a nice little coffee machine here. I could swap between this view and another view. So this view right here, you can see it's not as high res as my beautiful camera right here, where Namatama is behind me, assisting me the entire time. But it's good for whenever we're doing the latte art pours, so that's going to be a really good time. Now, this is just the first of its kind, first iteration, so it's going to be very unique. What's up, Farsma? Nothing, sir. I'm not farting. I'm not tooting. I'm not perusing for bruising. I don't know. How you doing, man? I hope you're doing swell today. All right, we'll go back to full cam. Nice. We got everything set up, and now it's not, like I said, as creative as it could potentially be, but that is okay. Sorry, I'm trying to make sure I'm talking to the microphone over here while still looking at y'all. It's a dilemma. You are going to see my back and not like the front of me for a big chunk of the stream. That's fine. Oh no. Disconnect. Please. OBS, reconnect. Please. Okay, cool. We're back. Okay. For some reason, my internet connection dropped. I hope everything's back. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Panda, are we there? Okay, it is what it is. All right. We're going to get into it. We're going to see if we can get some cool latte art going. I'm a little nervous. A little bit nervous. Not fantastically nervous, but just the right amount. I feel weird because, like, the camera, I want to look at the camera and, like, show you guys my face. Which, in theory, I could go... Well, I mean, but, like, if you guys are at a coffee bar, you know, you don't necessarily get to see the barista's face the entire time, and that's all right, because, you know, some of my hair follicles might just go into your drink, you know, who knows, you know, all that type of stuff. Now, obviously, we don't need any type of official documentation here in the B-Shots studio, so whatever you guys order is, you know, going to be quite delightful, let's just say. Quite delightful. Made that coffee. What's up, Nick? Welcome in, brother. Got the cat bed ready. Yes, so I'm wondering if Cora will actually come over here, but, like, Cora's actually over in the corner over here, like, literally, like, you could barely see her, but she's laying down on the couch. She's just chilling, mad relaxing, chillaction. Make me a frappe. So I've never worked at McDonald's, so, like, what is a frappe? Is frappe like a latte, or you want like a frappuccino? You know, or like what like, you want one of those ice things? I don't have a blender. We're doing hot beverages today. No cold beverages. So, you know, yeah. And then obviously with the TTS, it's gonna make things a little bit more unique. My ingredients that I have is we have some milk. Got some milk. I won't be consuming too much of this. Probably just a little bit, like a dabble of it. It's kind of been destroying my stomach the last time I had some. No big deal. And then we're gonna be making a latte for my wife, Jennifer. So that's gonna be a fun one. Yo, what is up, Mr. Hugo? Yes, milk. We have milk. Lots of milk. We need probably oat milk. You know, maybe almond milk. Something a little bit more better than just the cow milk. Unbelievable, dude. Don't worry. I have my lactose pills. You know, there she is. If you saw Cora, you know, spam Cora's emotes. All right, guys. I'm gonna be chit chatting a little too much. Let's get into the flow of things. So first things first. I'm gonna go and start getting some of this espresso brewed. I'm gonna kind of stand a little bit further to the left just so you guys can see. So this is, you know, what you essentially would use for, you know, your coffee right here. You know, actually I forgot I have a camera right here. Yo, that's actually, I completely forgot about this. This would be cool for craft streams too. So basically there's a little bit of espresso already in it. That's just because I used it earlier today. You know, because I have coffee every day. And basically, put this off to the side. This is basically what we're going to put our espresso in. We're going to brew a nice, good old double espresso. So it might get a little loud. I'm hoping that my microphone doesn't hate me. But the way that this is directioned is that it should actually sound pretty good. Does music sound good? Does audio sound good? Does everything sound good, folks? Please let me know in chat with Spammin1. Milk makes me... It's good with cookies. Yo, it is. With like Oreo cookies. Whenever Jennifer makes some macadamia nut or chocolate chip cookies, oh yeah, to die for. So delicious. Sounds fine. Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. I'm glad that you didn't put a 1. You just said sounds fine. Appreciate that. All right. Now, like I said, you could see. Oh dang it! It did a single shot. So right here, this is like a single shot worth of espresso. And so what I did there was I kind of not tamped it. Sorry, this is a tamper. I moved it so I could essentially get a little bit more even for a better, more consistent espresso shot. Now I'm just going for, since I'm doing a double, I need more. Oh, it's gonna make a mess too, just keep that in mind, and that's okay. So now we basically have like a big giant mound of coffee. That's okay. This coffee maker, you need a lot of coffee. You have to basically exert 30 pounds of pressure. Ooh, what I want, I do what I want. You know, and I appreciate you doing what you want, man. What about 1? Nothing. Just 1's in chat if you're cool. Are you cool? And so I can even switch. Woo. Oh, I spilled it. No, it's okay. So we're kind of gonna go over evenly. Some of it spills. That's just, you know, I'm being wasteful. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be. This is just an impromptu stream. Now I'm kind of making it a little more even, and I'm gonna try to apply 30 pounds of pressure. Are you guys ready? Okay, the table's bowing. Just watch. I think I'm a little too strong for this. Just watch. 2, what the heck? So does that mean you're hot? Because that's the opposite of cold. All right. Cool. So then I'm gonna get rid of a little bit of the excess there on the rim, just so it doesn't get caught up in the filter and whatnot. And then what we're gonna do, put some elbow grease into it. Exactly. I was gonna say, did you see, like, the table is literally bowing? But you need 30 pounds of pressure. Now you essentially have an even hockey puck worth of coffee. You guys see that? Look how clean that is. Nice, clean. On a scale from 1 to clean, how clean do you think that is, folks? I think that's actually pretty cool. This angle is pretty dope, I'm not gonna lie. Now we're gonna go and put it back into the machine. Now, since I am a barista, you know, we gotta make sure that we keep our workplace clean at all times. You hear, folks? We don't want to have any dirty baristas in his house. You hear, supports? If you keep things gross, you know, bacteria can grow, bad things can happen. You understand? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go and we're gonna sweep up some of this stuff, you know. Oh wait, look, it's a happy face. Guys, it's smiling, because that's how you know that's gonna be a good cup of coffee. You see the little eyeballs right there? That's gonna be a good cup of coffee. You guys know it. Oh my goodness. See, that's how you know. If you guys ever wonder how you pull the best shot, that's how you know it's got a smile at you. You guys like that? All right, now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna sweep off the smiley face and the extra espresso into my little tamp box here. Just so you guys know, the tamp box is just a place for your espresso grounds and whatnot. All right, cool. A little bit messy, no big deal. White table, so you guys are going to be able to see the espresso. This is a good learning opportunity if you ever want to get into coffee, or start drinking a little bit more espresso. I'm going to put that just back in there. We should be good. Oh, I also forgot. I can change, or not change. I can put my I could have chat up on my own phone. So don't want you guys to hear me. All right, perfect. Wait, it sizzles like it has a secret. Smiles keyboard is dying. Oh my goodness. What does that mean? I mean, you better plug it in or it's gonna run away. You hear? You hear, folk? All right, so now we got that in there. Now, I should have said this first, but this is kind of more of a timely manner. We should be kind of going a little bit quicker. I'm wasting a little bit of time. So right now, while the puck is inside, it's essentially cooking. It's kind of getting warmer. So you want to be kind of quick whenever you grind the coffee, and then insert the puck in to have a more fresh espresso shot. So just keep that in mind. But in this demonstration, that is going to be fine. So here is our cup right here. We're going to brew the espresso shot. I don't really have a great angle for the espresso shot other than where you guys are right now. But let's hit it. I was like, you can't really see it from that angle. I mean, I can bring the camera down, but I feel like I have it angled almost superbly, especially for whenever we're switching back and forth. I'll also give you guys a close-up angle of what it looks like here in a bit. Normally, whenever you see it rolling out the sides, you kind of want to see it more like caramely. Well, at first you want it to be a little bit darker, and then you want it to turn kind of more into a caramely, velvety looking type of espresso. Now here's our espresso shot. Guys, how is that? That's not looking too bad. Not looking too bad if you ask me. There's not a fantastic amount of crema on that, so no big deal, no big deal. Now, the reason why I did this is because I want to just test the machine, see if the machine is rolling good. We're going to be getting to the latte art just a minute. Do not worry. What do you guys think of this? You guys think this is some good espresso or what? Nice and brown. Yes, exactly. Correct. Now, can you guys guess the elevation and the exact sector and region of the earth that this comes from? If you can do that, I will gift 5 members to the community. All right? Get to guessing. Give me 1 second, because I need to make Jennifer a drink as well. This will be mine to... Actually, I might just keep it a buck and just have some espresso. No. We're here for a mission to do some latte art. Let's do some latte art. All right, folks. So now we're gonna pull out our pitcher, switch over. Boom. You can see this really. Look, actually, that's not too bad of an angle. This looks like you guys are watching a one of those things online. Like one of those like CCTV cameras. Okay. This is actually gonna be kind of interesting to see if you guys can see this, because I can't see it. That's for sure. Move the microphone back just a hair, and then right here we're gonna go on the left side. We're basically now pumping hot steam into the machine. Just give it a second. Just give it like multiple seconds. Okay, maybe not. Let's hope this works, because if it doesn't work, then there's no latte art for us today, folks. Let's see. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. I'm not good with that. Okay, now look. You see how it's starting to it's going now. Okay, now we're gonna go and put the milk in the pitcher. Can you guys see this? Yeah, you can. Okay, bet. Sounds good. Oh my, yeah. Well, I mean, we're gonna be drinking some coffee together. We're gonna see how coffee at like 5 p.m. works. You guys ready? Turning it on. We're gonna barely have it submerged, kind of have it angled a little bit. Okay, and then you're kind of wanting to like hear like the screaming noise is kind of the screeching noise. If you do hear the screeching, you kind of want to submerge it. Right now it's having a hard time, but it's fine because it's just warming up. Okay, we're gonna hear that little screech. Okay, nice. We're gonna try to get some of those bubbles out. This is definitely not gonna be latte art of the year, just because the angle of this. Oh, there we go. We want to find it where we can roll the milk. There we go. And then we kind of get that slight aeration every so often. So then we're making like a velvety surface. And then while I'm doing this all, I'm also holding the side of my pitcher, basically ensuring that it gets to the right temperature. How are you guys liking this? Is this unique? Is this kind of like a different time? All right, so now it's starting to get kind of hot. Nice, but like you see that, it's kind of like a nice rolling, velvety texture. And then this little little wipe that I have over here is essentially just for cleaning off our devices. Got a little bit of hot water there, so then we can clean off the tip of it, just so it stays clean. Nice. Okay. It's off the side. We're gonna knock some of these bubbles out. I can't put it on this. So give me a second. I'm gonna do it on this main table. So one little cheat that baristas don't really tell you about is that if you like knock your bubbles like that, like it's a good way to get a nice velvety look. How's that look, guys? Does that look good? That looks like nice and velvety. You see the little froth on the side of it? You can see that it's got a velvety texture. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna get the espresso. Now this is some old espresso, so it's probably not gonna look the absolute best, but that is fine. And then we're gonna just try to just go. Velvety as in red colored? No, like velvety as in like a velvety couch. This is not gonna turn out amazing, just so you guys know. This is the first time in a minute that I've done this. I'm so scared. Okay, we're gonna get a nice little layer. Okay, so now we have a nice little layer here, right? And then we're gonna go push. Can you guys see that? Yeah, you can kind of see it. Okay, like kind of small, teeny. It's not in the middle, so it's not necessarily the best, right? But you know, for an at-home coffee, like latte cortado, I would say this is a little bit more than a cortado because it's got about 4 ounces of steamed milk in comparison to normal cortado. It's probably gonna have like 12 ounces. This is gonna be what I'm gonna sip on, and I'm gonna make one for Jennifer. What do you guys think? You guys think it's good? Do you think it looks quite delicious? On a scale from 1 to delicious, what would you 1 to 10? What would y'all rate it? 1 to 10. I realize delicious is not a good one. That actually looks not too bad, I'm not gonna lie. Let's get a taste test. Not too bad, not too bad. It's got like a little bit of a coffee flavor to it. All right, cool. First latte art down. Not bad, not too bad. If you guys were here, say you were here. Let's go. We'll leave that one up there so you guys can still see the old latte art. Typically when I was learning back in the day, we would just, yeah, that would be the way, yeah. You would just have this drink. You'd only take a little sip of it, and then it would just probably get poured out by the end of the shift, just because you'd be so busy. Now I'm not gonna lie, that milk is gonna really mess me up, you know. I'm sure hope it had coffee flavor. Yeah, what if it wasn't? It's actually a coffee alternative. You hear? You hear? All right, so now here's the second part of the process of this all. I'm gonna switch back. All right, so we're back now, full cam. You guys like this? You got like the little different angles and whatnot? So now we're gonna go back, and we have a dirty puck, right? It's gonna leak a little bit just because it's got water from the previous shot. We're gonna get it to the tamp box, and we're gonna hit it. And just like that, I call it a hockey puck, has been officially secured in the net, guys. That's like one of the best parts of being a barista. And then typically I would have another rag that I would use for milk, just so you guys know, versus the coffee. But since I'm just making like a couple drinks, it's not going to really matter because I use different parts of the towel, just so you guys know. This is a clean towel. But normally I would have, I would have one for your milk that you can kind of have with a little bit of heat, water, and then you can get all the milk off the steam wand, as well as a secondary one for just your espresso, just getting the actual hockey puck remnants all cleaned out, you know what I mean? Yo, Speranza, best barista, let's go, dude. Dude, they actually have like a French, like a pot that you could actually get in game. I have it too. But how you folks doing? Welcome in, everybody. We're having a good time in a long time. Once a barista, always a barista. Yes, let's go. That's exactly it, Tanner. You know, I mean, right now I don't really look like the barista that you might typically see, because this is just, you know, we're cooking up some concoctions in this kitchen. We're trying to do our best. All right, so we're gonna get the espresso ready. We already got the. I didn't switch over. There's a button here that I can switch over to do a double shot, but that's okay. But welcome in, Mark, Tanner. Hope you guys are doing fantastic today on Topside. I mean, just in general in life. Thank you guys for tuning in as always. I also have a secondary camera too. We're doing the secondary drink for my wife right now. We're basically gonna make the same thing, but we're just gonna make a more, I guess you could say, diluted version. It's just considered a latte. Just a little bit more milk and a little less coffee. Close enough. Yeah, I was gonna say, hey, baristas are, we're out here having a good time. I do love the fact that, I don't know, I still love coffee. You know, I'm still in here to have a good time, make some espresso with this machine, you know, try to do some latte art, you know, done it before in the past. It's time to do it again, folks. It's time to do it again. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're going to put this in there. We're going to, I'm gonna do the shot first, and then we're gonna try to do the milk second, just because this machine is kind of small, so I have to be a little bit more mindful, a little bit more careful, in terms of, like, you know, the amount of hot pressure it has to actually get inside the boiler to work, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? So, big chillin', bro. Oh, yeah. I would say, yeah, definitely got to play some here in a bit. I don't think this coffee stream's going to be too long. Mr. Mark, you missed my latte art that I made earlier, man. Made a little cortado. Got to make some drinks for you and your family, you know? And I would actually really love to show you guys how to make some at-home drinks and stuff that's, like, really fun, you know? And things that are more, maybe not coffee-esque, but things that are more, like, you know, there's, like, steamers and other things you can make. If you have a machine similar to this, they also make things that you can use that don't necessarily need that as well. Oh, look, we got the smiley face again. Look, guys, that's how you know it's gonna be a good coffee. Remember, if you get a smiley face, that's how you know you get a good one. That's how you know. All right, let's get some milk in the pitcher. We're gonna be going with a little bit more milk this time, just because bigger cup. Typically, I go right below where the stem of the nose of the actual, like, pitcher is, and then we're gonna try our best at the switch cameras. Perfect. Okay, we're back. And we're gonna just try to see if we could do our best. This is some, like, late night coffee here in America, but, you know, people who are in different parts of the world might be able to, you know, relate, because they're gonna be waking up right now, right? All right, so right now it's just not going. Like I said earlier, it's like the boiler needs a little bit of time. Maybe a little bit more time than I'd like to like to say. Okay, there we go. Like I said, I want to keep it kind of angled right here. We're gonna start hearing that noise. It's kind of like a screeching noise that you hear at coffee shops. And we don't want that screeching noise. We kind of want to go for, like, the slurping noise. And then we kind of want our milk to roll. Folks, we want it to roll. I'm gonna move my hand a little bit so you guys can see. This one's gonna be a little bit different just because there's way more milk. So you kind of have to be a little bit slower with your, like, milk steaming. So you can see I'm kind of slowly pulling it away, kind of always getting that, like, noise. And then you don't want to go too much, because you go too much, it's called tearing the milk. You don't want to tear the milk too much, because then you get a lot of bubbles. And then now, honestly, like, once you get, like, the amount of foam that you want, all you got to do now is just kind of just let the milk roll, and then just get as hot as you would need it, you know what I mean? And yeah, this is kind of one of those things where I could see the amount in terms of how much I foam it. So if I want to go for, like, a little bit more foam, I can. I probably should if I want some latte art. But we're gonna keep it nice and good. We're gonna keep it rolling just so it keeps that nice, like I said, velvety texture. And since I put it right below the nose, we gotta make it nice and hot too. There we go. Since we put it right below the nose, we can see the actual amount in terms of, oh, look at all that steam. So much steam, folks. So much steam. Sorry, I'm making a lot of mess right now. I'm trying to clean the nozzle of this. I don't really use the milk part of this nozzle too frequently. Okay, putting that off to the side. Okay, we're gonna get our milk nice and rolled. Everything looks good. Wait, before we go, make sure our station is cleaned. Correct, baristas? Or future baristas? Or as I like to call you guys, the shipports. You know, we're making a little bit of a mess, but it's fine. We will clean up more a little bit later. Alright. We ready? Now, we're gonna pour this. You ready? I don't have nearly as much like velvety foam as I would probably like, but it's okay because right now we're kind of getting it the consistency we want by rolling it like this. Get the cup kind of poured into a fairly angled position where we're kind of just dropping it to the bottom surface, kind of creating a layer of non-latte art foam. That's how you get that nice chocolate flavor. And then you're gonna lean back. You guys can still see it? Okay, nice. Oh, this is gonna be a bad one. No. Not bad, but like not amazing, you know. But you know, like a little flower like that, little weed in your lawn isn't gonna hurt no one, you know. This will be a nice, delicious beverage for my wife. So I just have to now deliver this to her. I'll be right back, folks. Give me uno momentum. Alright, now we're back. We're cooking. What do you guys think? What did you guys think of that one? Was that one good or no? I don't know. Do you guys think it was like worth the show for some latte art? I normally don't do this ever. You know, here's a little bit of our messy supplies. These will just go back in the sink. We'll use a little bit of whole milk for that. You know, cortado for myself. Nice latte for my wife. Is it taste okay? Okay, is it nice and like velvety and stuff? Velvety like the cake your brother says? 30 pounds of pressure is exactly what it should taste like. Exactly, correct. Jennifer says it tastes like 30 pounds of pressure. Whatever that means. I'm just kidding. In terms of the tamping, I put all the force I possibly could on this plastic table without breaking it, you know? It was great, dude. Let's go. Woo! Huge W's. Oh my goodness. Well, you know, the only thing now is, do you guys want to see more latte art? I could probably make maybe one more if you guys want to see me pour one more, but it just depends. If not, that was kind of it. This was just gonna be kind of like a unique experience to see what type of madness I can get into today on the streaming verse. You know, especially as we're still trying to raise money for No Shave November, folks. As you can see right over here, we have $43.55 raised total for the month so far. So I want to thank everybody who has contributed so far, raising money for a good cause, and it's gonna be so awesome. If you're up for it. Okay, so you do want to see another one. I mean, I'm down. I have one more cup, and I actually have like, this is like the latte art cup. This is like the sacred cup. It's like where you want to be pouring your latte art and stuff. So we could do one more. But like, what do you want to see me do anything crazy? I mean, I could do a heart, tulips. I used to be able to do a swan. I don't know, with like the way that this milk doesn't really like, I don't know. I don't think I'm getting like enough pressure with this specific wand to get the right like consistency of my foam. So I'm not able to like make it just perfect. But you know, I'm like almost there. I might be able to perfect it. I haven't got a lot of practice on the machine, so figured, you know, why not try it, give it a shot. Why not give it our best shot? How about it, folks? All right, let's get into it. So what we're gonna do here is let me go and rinse this pitcher off real quick, folks, just so I can have a clean, like, steaming surface. And when I get back, we'll do that, and we will basically do the dang thing, and we'll just basically finish making some latte art, and that'll be it today. So be right back, y'all. back. We are. Oh yeah, we're schmoovin' on topside, folks. All right, so now the objective is to, what do you guys want to see? I need a little bit more engagement for you guys, or I can't proceed. I need to see, like, do you guys want to see like a heart? Do you want to see a tulip? Do you want to see a cat? Do you want to see, I don't know, like, I really can't do like the little swirl thing. I'm not really good with that, whatever that is. The Rosetta, I think is what it's called. I tried practicing that for a very, very long time. Never was I ever able to get it down. Unfortunately, kind of sucked. All right, cool. It looks like you guys are not wanting to see some latte art then. Then I think I'm just gonna overdose on espresso right now, and that'll be it. I'm just kidding. But you can actually have too much espresso, just so you guys know. Make sure you don't drink too much. A kitty, obviously. Okay. All right, you're making that one a little tough for me now. I'm just kidding. Psst. Jennifer, do you mind grabbing me a thermometer? Thank you. Okay, since you want a kitty, we'll do a thing. Oh, doesn't look like we got a smiley face on this one, unfortunately. That kind of looks sad. Very sad. Mert, what's up for ya? How you doing? Welcome in. Hope you're chilling, mad, relaxing, chillaxing as usual. We're trying to make some latte art here, and I have some like dual camera angles, so like you guys can see me making the coffee from a different angle. You know what I mean? Must be an open for what's no. Or it could be just like what all my buddies say, is that I'm jinxing it. Every time I see a smiley face and I'm like, it's gonna be a great one, it's like always me jinxing it. For maybe now me saying it's not a smiley face and it's not a good one means it's gonna be an even the opposite of that. Whatever that may be. Alright, let's go. We're getting this double espresso. Let's pour this milk right here. I don't have a fantastic angle, but it is what it is. Yo, what is up, Rich? How you doing, brother? Thank you so much for your contribution to the fundraiser as well. I didn't see it the other day, but I just want to say thank you so much. I made a post about it on community tab as well. But like, welcome in, brother. Hope you guys are having a good one and a fun one. We're out here making some latte art, and Mr. Hugo wanted to see a kitty cat, so of course that is what I'm gonna give the crowd, is a kitty cat. Kitty cat patty whack. Let's get into it. All right, so there's the espresso. This espresso doesn't really give us like the level of crema that would be maybe of like my liking, but that's okay, because sometimes in life you're not going to necessarily get the perfect circumstances always, and so you just have to persevere, put the time in, and just execute and see what happens. You know what I mean? All right, nice. We're gonna wait 1 second. The boiler needs to boil some. Once the boils, we'll be good. All good in the hood. Okay, yeah, I was gonna say, I just felt so bad because I didn't even realize whenever it happened. So I felt so bad. So I just wanted to say thank you so much. I was gonna say we're moving up there. We're literally, if you look at the goal right now, we're really, really close to actually hitting already 20% of our goal, which is nice. I know we're closing in kind of closer to the end of the month, but who knows what could happen. This is YouTube. It's a fantastic place with some fantastic people. And yeah, it's going to be a good one and a fun one for sure. Especially because I'm excited for December. I have the Gift Miss event coming up, the 12 Hours of Christmas. Basically where we'll be doing, not necessarily for Christmas, but it's basically a way of giving back to the community for 12 hours. And it's going to be a really, really fun one. All right, so it looks like the boiler's probably good now. No, it does not look like it is. So what we're doing is that there's a light here on the machine, and you can't really see it on the. Oh, actually, you could see it from this other angle, from the handy cam. And basically, what happens is the boiler needs to have like enough pressure in it, and the boiler uses a lot of that pressure for making the espresso. So like making multiple latte art drinks, it just takes time. I've seen coffee shops use this as a machine before. I've used higher end machines before, like really, really expensive machines. Not to brag, just, you know, been a barista for a long time. But this machine is definitely like a decent machine for like just getting it done, you know, on the weekend, or if you want to make some drinks for friends or whatnot, you could also do that too. So you see how like right here this little light is blinking? That little light right there basically means that we can't do it just yet. Just yet. So we're just gonna wait a second. We're just gonna keep drinking this delicious cortado, which we did do latte art on earlier. And I do want to say that today's stream will be a little bit shorter, guys, just because I want to try this like in real life thing, and I didn't really know like all of what I'd be doing other than just trying to make some coffee and make it a little bit different, have some different angles. I don't know, try something different. But we'll be back tomorrow finishing Elden Ring DLC. We literally just have Radon and Bell, the Vital Bell, or whatever his name is. Okay, all right. Okay. All right. Okay. You see it's still blinking? Oh. We're ready. Okay, nice. Got the close-up. Okay, we're gonna actually tear it a lot right here. You don't have the best of focus here, but that's okay. That's alright. My arms, my legs... in each lies a bloody ruin. Yes, correct, Freya. Correct. All right, so like right here, now we're rolling the milk again. So I kind of, I teared that kind of irresponsibly, teared the milk. And by that I mean like, that's what like irresponsibly tearing is. When you're basically like tearing the milk to make too many bubbles. You don't really want that. You want it to be a little bit more velvety. I don't know, that's the best way I could describe it. It's like if you've ever seen, what is it? I'm trying to think, like just a really fluffy cake, you know, where like it's very filling per bite, but it's not like cakey. It's kind of just like more of like a fluffy, like overarching like taste feeling to it. That's how I would describe it. I'm not really doing too great with this milk, unfortunately. Gosh. Okay, nice. Nice. And if anybody needs any lessons or whatnot, I got y'all. You know, I could teach y'all the ropes. I'm not really. Maybe not. Maybe I need to get back into learning just a little bit more. Okay. Just kidding. All right. Nice. It's a little bit dirty right here. That's just some espresso mess. It's all good. So we're gonna roll our milk a little bit. Okay, this is nice and nice and foamy. So you see all that, the white. I'm trying to like make this nice layer, right? And then now we have this foam here that we're going to kind of dollop on top. Sorry, I'm like focusing up so much right now, guys. I'm focusing up so much. I want to make this one really good for y'all. Okay, so now you guys can see that, right? So it's like a circle basically. So you're looking for it to reach a temp. Yeah, so basically whenever I use it, I have a thermometer right here, but basically whenever I used to make coffee back in the day, I wouldn't need I wouldn't necessarily need a thermometer. Some places would basically make you use a thermometer. Some places have machines that would like do it for you. Okay. Now keep in mind, I'm making this upside down. And this probably won't look like a cat, to be honest. It's probably gonna look more like a raccoon type creature. But we're gonna try our best. It's been a minute since I've I've done art like this before. I mean, yeah, I would say that's kind of. What do you guys think, chat? Maybe make the head a little bit more like. Oops. More bulbous. Okay, that looks even worse now. But you can kind of get the idea, right? What do you guys actually? I'm not gonna lie. This camera that you guys are looking at, actually makes it look so much better than it actually looks. I'm not gonna lie. Is that a bad thing or a good thing? All right, here we're gonna get you on the full cam. You guys ready? Full cam angle. Yo, you can actually see it. It's pretty dope. You guys like that? Like I said, I don't know if I mentioned to most of y'all, but basically I was a barista for about 6 years. So not too long, but just long enough to dabble in the arts of latte arting. Higo, what do you think? You think this is a cute cat or what? I need your opinion. You're the one that asked for it, so here you go, brother. This is your latte for the holiday. Oh, hey, hey, hey. Watch out for that kitty. It's gonna put its paw in your delicious beverage. I was gonna say tea or something, but that doesn't work. But, I hope you guys like that. Okay, cool. Love it? Okay, nice. Make sure to take a screenshot of this, while it lasts. There's actually, I could do another cool thing. Nah, I'm not going to do that. I'm good. The thing is, if you're able to make this faster, the milk in the espresso will bind a little bit better than it did in this specific scenario. So it's kind of starting to, clump apart already. So that is the one downside of it. But I've also been making a lot out of this machine that's 3 drinks in the last hour. That's not, too bad, especially if you're making stuff for your friends or family or whatnot. But, guys, that's basically it from your boy B Shots. That was the stream today. I don't really know if I should really continue because the latte art's been made. You got the cat. We had a little bit of a heart type thing, and then a tulip weed thing for Jennifer. I say weed because it didn't look as pretty as I could have made it. I might have to sleep on the couch tonight. Who knows? But it is what it is. I'm gonna have to go. Confess my love after the stream. And I just want to say I appreciate all y'all for tuning in. It was definitely different. We might do more in the future like this. Who knows? I wouldn't be opposed to doing this in the morning randomly every once in a while too, especially during the coffee hour. There's a lot of other things that I could do to help teach people if you guys want to make tea or healthier alternatives at your house as well. It's fairly simple, to be honest. But if you have any questions about that, just feel free to let me know in either my community posts. I actually have a thing where you guys can actually comment and discuss things in forums amongst yourselves. If you guys have any questions or if you want to ask something towards me, you can just go through the post tab, and I think there's a way for y'all to do that, just so you guys know. And yeah, that was basically it. Wow, this feels very weird because it was so short. Short streams are weird streams, if you ask me. But it doesn't matter. We'll be back tomorrow with Elden Ring. We're gonna be finishing Elden Ring DLC. We'll be back the same time, about 5:30ish, and yeah, and then Friday we'll be doing some finals, and then Saturday's just kind of, it is what it is. We'll figure out something. I have a few new games on the radar that might be looking to play, that people have been recommending, and I'm excited to also start Red Dead Redemption 2. That's gonna be really fun. But guys, I hope y'all had a fantastic time. Best way to become a barista. If you wanted to become a barista, before we go, we can Q&A real quick if you have any. Here, let me turn the camera. We can Q&A for a second. Let's do that. I won't stop. Hold. Wow, look at this. Look how messy my station is. Gosh, diggity darn, that looks pretty bad. But it is what it is. That's kind of a impromptu workstation. I didn't really have the efficiency that I needed. But to answer your question, Rich, you don't really need too much practice. I think if you were to become a barista, depending at whatever shop it is, you kind of have to learn how to multitask. Whenever I was working, I used to work at Starbucks, no endorsement with them whatsoever. But when I used to work there, I kind of got the bearings, and then I moved and started working at some local mom and pop coffee shops when I moved and lived in Austin, Texas. And I actually got to run my own little coffee shop in a office building for a gaming company for a couple years as well. And that was super fun. I had a pretty big budget to basically do events and do coffee, as well as a few other things. I had like this Japanese ice drip system for a Japanese iced coffee, as well as just a really, really high-end La Marzocco machine that's like $30,000 that you have to import from Italy. And if you use any type of hard water on it, the machine can't be worked on. And like, it's like almost like John Deere. You got to be like very, very particular in terms of like how you repair it, or who repairs it, and what water goes into the machine. But it was really, really awesome, to be honest. But in terms of like becoming a barista, Starbucks has a really great way to, get into it. Especially they have a lot of part-time positions as well, where I've had a lot of like older coworkers who have a big family, have another job, but they want to just work a couple hours just to go and, make a couple extra bucks. They also have like really good benefits. But regardless, I'm talking about the company that I don't need to talk about. But basically, just being able to multitask, and then being able to, it's like just food in general, just being able to have that like food theory of like, okay, if I mix this thing with this thing, it's going to make this thing happen. You know what I mean? And I think that is, most people have made food for themselves. So like just having an open mind to that, and then being able to just kind of move around a lot. I will say, like, being a barista was a very physical job. Like, you're on your feet a lot, but you're moving around a lot because there's a lot of different things that you need to grab and get, and there's a lot of different recipes. So there's a lot of memorization involved too. To be very specific, I had one place that I worked at that had like 50 specialty drinks, and they all had different combinations of ingredients. And it wasn't like Starbucks where it's all like standardized and there's like 3 different types of syrups that you have to like use for different recipes. It's like, oh no, if you're using this one thing, you need to make sure you're using like a quarter, half as much powder or cinnamon or sugar or whatever it is. And a lot of stuff was very, very crazy. Yeah, it was, I'm exaggerating. It for sure wasn't 50, but it was like 25. Panda, are you still here? If you're here, or even Mark, they may have been there at some point in time, because we were all living together actually at this apartment complex together when we were younger, and I worked at that shop. And it was so funny because one of the little side tangent before I move on about becoming a barista. Oh, Wesley. Okay, so the first place that I worked, how many specialty drinks do you think they had in total? Do you think it was 50? Do you think I was exaggerating? I don't know. There was a lot. There was way more than a typical store, because I remember when I had to clean the syrup pumps, everybody hated it. They absolutely hated it so much. I would be like the closer, and so I'd come in, and like the other person that would be pre-closing for me, and not for me, but like we would split tasks, and I'm like, all right, do you want to do the floors? Or do you want to do syrups? I don't want to do syrups. All right, you're doing the floors. Well, I don't want to do the floors. All right, well now you're doing bathrooms. And like, you gotta do one or the other. And I'd always do syrups because I don't know, I enjoyed it. And people were like, oh, it sucks so much. No, when I worked at Cuppa, I'm not gonna, when I worked at Cuppa, that was a lot. The other one, if we were counting the rotating drinks, then absolutely, yes, exactly. That's a big menu. 20, no, for real, it was crazy. Now, the best thing that place, what they served, what was amazing, was they have this Reese's peanut butter cup, like, smoothie drink that, oh my gosh, golly, that thing, I would slam like 24 ounces of that like every single shift. It was crazy. And we even had a specific blender for the Reese's peanut butter because people with nut allergies. But yeah, there were so many different combinations of drinks that you had to learn. And so if you're able to go and like learn and have different memorization, like if you're good with memorization, then I would say like being a barista would probably be like good for you. And then you also have to be like a people person too. Yeah, bro, that was bang. Yeah, I was gonna say, wasn't it? Man. Oh my gosh, all the memories from that place that I'm probably not gonna recall here on the live stream tonight. But man, oh man, those were some memories. So it was actually so good. Like, so it was like a Reese's peanut butter like shake, like a milkshake. Like not even a smoothie. It's like a milkshake that you put like a chocolate drizzle on, and man, it just tasted like Reese's Puffs. Like, have you ever had like the cereal Reese's Puffs? It almost tasted like that, but like with Reese's peanut butter cups, like combined almost. It was crazy. And they even had like a crushed ice machine, you know, like the really nice like ice that you could eat. But it was so interesting because while I worked there, the owner of that place was very unique, very unique. I'm not gonna say anything other than that. It's just he's very unique because, you know, if this video were to happen ever get their way, I don't want to, you know, make them think that I'm talking trash. It was actually such a interesting time working there because I worked there for 3 or 4 years, something like that. I worked there like a lot for 2 years, and then I got another job and I worked there part-time while I was working another job, and would always just go and like close or pick up extra shifts and just help out where I could. And so that's kind of where I got my first start, like my bearing in like the market of like tamping and actually doing real coffee work versus like Starbucks. Everything's all just manual. You just press buttons and things just happen. But you also be making like 3 drinks at a time. Cast of thousands. Yeah, I was gonna say it was a very interesting time. I'm like trying to think of like what else what else would it take to be a barista? I mean, like as long as you have hand-eye coordination, if you can pour things like from one glass to another. But you know, I had a lot of people that I trained that were just not that hand-eye coordinated, who weren't as, you know, as developed in the way of baristaing. You know, no offense to people who aren't as great. It's just they just, you know, didn't catch on as, you know, as quick as some others. Some people, like the way that one of the places I worked, they're like, yeah, if you don't catch up and like get everything in the first 2 weeks, like we're getting rid of you. So that's the one thing that you have to kind of like be careful with. Some shops that if you ever work at a coffee shop, they might want you to be memorizing like their whole menu. I mean, a lot of places will just give you like a book, and that actual book will have like exact recipes and instructions. But the thing is, like when you're making orders and stuff, if you have like a line of people, you can't be just staring at a book and doing recipes the whole time. So you have to go and learn all those recipes. And it's just a lot of repetition. Like I'd make hundreds, if not thousands of drinks. I mean, in my lifetime of making drinks, I've probably made like upwards of the 50,000s. You know, I'm not a master by any means, but I definitely for sure made a lot of coffee back in my lifetime. You know, I say that just because it's like it's been a handful of years and I've not really done coffee stuff like this. So that I make espresso sometimes, or like the other day I made some coffee for dinner for my wife, and that was like exciting. I was like, oh, maybe I could do that for stream. I think that'll be a really cool time, especially to kind of show off some of my skills. I actually, if you guys want, I can show you guys. I can actually show you guys something cool. Give me a moment. Let me pull it up real quick. I wanted to show you guys an old video. Are you guys watching? Check, check, check. 1, 2, 3. Check, check, check. 3, 4, 1. Here we go. Yeah, and I think this will be where we'll end the stream. Right here. In terms of like the barista question, not too much. It's not something that like takes a long time to do. It just takes a little bit of patience, a little bit of time, and just practice. That's it. I'm not like very steady-handed. Unfortunately, I wish I was. I wish I was a little bit better. I'm not. So if you have good steady hands, I definitely think like if you want to do latte art specifically, that's where you want to be, a little bit more like steady-handed. All right, let's go to this. I'm gonna turn the music back on because there's some copyright-free music that I don't want being played. Okay, here. Nice. That was perfect. Perfect. You guys ready? So this is an old video that I made a while back. I made a brand on TikTok. Got like 10,500 followers in a month just from posting coffee content. It was really cool, but I kind of fell off and stopped making stuff for it. But this is kind of like one of the streamlines of content I've made in the past. This does have music underneath it. I'm not playing that right now, but this is basically just me pouring some old latte art. You can't like see me, obviously. That's my hand. That's my thumb. And then one thing that was really unique about this channel, or really cool about it specifically, was I used gloves. And it seemed like the anonymity of wearing gloves helped grow the channel for some reason, because I was I was like making content like that before on my main account, on like TikTok or whatever, and I'm like, why is it not doing as good? And then it's like, oh, well, obviously it's because of that specifically, because it's just different content. What is up, Mom? Welcome in. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing well, as always. But yeah, that was basically it from me today. I just wanted to show you guys some cool, fun latte art. You know, we got a cool cat right over here. Kind of a little bit harder to see, but you know, I think that's a mission accomplished, if you ask me. And yes, Rich, if you have any more questions in terms of like coffee, latte art, or any of that stuff, in terms of like want to make stuff at home, or if there's even like questions you have, because like I can even teach people how to make cold brew at home. Cold brew is like one of the biggest culprits of money. Not money, but like people spend so much money on cold brew and they don't realize how much it actually costs to make it themselves at home. It just takes a little bit of time, and it's not hard to do at all. Yo, Tony, what is up? Bro, y'all are all tuning in like right at the end. This is like the end of the stream. You guys, like Tony, I just, you know, just had to show chat. Look, I made a latte art or a coffee art cat. You can kind of see it. But welcome in, Tony. Hope you're doing swell as always, my dude. We're just chilling, mad relaxing, chillaxing as always. About to end stream. Yeah, I know. I was gonna say, I wish I could. Maybe I should take a screenshot of it, make it like an emote or something. My bad. No, you're all good in the hood. Others call you B-Man. Well, so Tony calls me B-Man because Tony knows the lore of like whenever he used to call me B-Man all the time. So, or is it not as special anymore, Mom? I was gonna say they call me B-Man, B-Shots, B, G, Element, AOQ. I don't know. Don't really have too many nicknames, honestly. Or Brando. Brando's another one too. So, but yeah, that was a fun time making some latte art. I enjoyed it quite a bit. Shouldn't be too long of a stream, Tony, if you want to go back and kind of watch some of the VOD. I made like 3 different coffee arts. Made one for myself, one for my wife, and then just another cat for Hugo in the stream because he wanted to see one. So, last question. Recommend a good espresso machine to practice with? Ooh. See, here's like, if I had to, Brando Marlowe, oh my goodness. If I had to really recommend one, I would probably say this machine, because like I was trying to look for things that were more affordable, right? And I wanted something that wasn't gonna like completely break the bank. This machine itself is like $500, which is pretty expensive. If you want to make latte art, this would be great because it's like an all-in-one. But if you want something for espresso, they make hand espresso machines. Well, they do in Italy. I don't necessarily know if you can order them off of Amazon, but I would technically recommend a machine like this because this makes really good espresso, especially if you want like a really nice crema, heart, and body, which I could have more streams in the future where I kind of go into that, like the coffee science and kind of how the complexities of the coffee will change depending on if it's cold, hot, the time of year, all those different things, you know, the season, where it was like found, depending on the elevation of where it's at in the world. It all kind of boils down to the science. When it gets to that I could get into the nitty gritty for, but I really got intrigued in coffee. But then once I started learning more about coffee farms and like, you know, child labor and like the people who are basically like not even getting paid anything to produce that coffee, is just crazy. So you definitely want to make sure that when you buy coffee that you get it from like someone that's fair trade certified. So it's basically paying the farmers a like fair wage, because a lot of people aren't paying their farmers at all. And it's like, how can they keep running these wonderful businesses and give us this delicious and delicate fruit of coffee? And I think us scamming other countries isn't great, you know. But in terms of like a good machine, this machine specifically is a Breville. I think Breville has a really good line of stuff. They've been known for good like at-home machines, but there are a few others as well. I would definitely say look around the market, maybe even look at some YouTube videos on it. I will say the management on this is a little bit more than what a normal person would probably want. If you just wanted to pop an espresso, might not be what you want. They do make machines that are just for that, or even like Nespresso I'm not not to try to promote them. I do like Nespresso because they make the Nespresso pods and they do come out okay, not like a typical espresso, but they try their best. So that is another option too, and that's just like a standalone espresso machine. But I do like the tried and true metal machine using a boiler that just, you know, pouring nice, delicious espresso. I don't know. There's just something for a coffee enthusiast like myself to get kind of a higher end machine. This isn't a high end machine, but if you were to look at this in comparison to a commercial machine, you're almost at the level of getting to commercial, because it can't mass produce, but it can make, like, I've seen small cup shops, donut shops have these where you make a coffee or two an hour, you know what I mean? Especially if you have someone who's just doing that and just making it and not having to worry about anything else. So it, like I said, it is definitely more in the pricey ballpark, but just something to keep in mind. Yeah, I want to do the manual process. So that is the one thing that I like about it as well, is just the manual process of it all. So I would definitely look into Breville for sure. There are a few other brands. I'm just not too familiar with their names, because when I did research, there were so many. Breville just stood out. Unless you were to go and like branch into a completely different like brand that's going to be made in Italy. I can't remember the name of it, but well, there's La Marzocco, but those are like commercial made machines. I think they might make mini La Marzocco machines, but they're still like thousands of dollars, and that's like high end of the line. But you know, if you ever want to do that, definitely go and check out the La Marzocco website. They definitely have some really cool stuff as well. But I would definitely say Breville's probably good, try and true. They also have a couple different options for an espresso, or I bet you they have some alternatives that are similar or likely similar. I would definitely just look up some reviews before you get it, because maintenance and everything can be a little bit strenuous and taxing if you're not used to it, and then it can get dirty and whatnot. But Mom, good night. Miss you too. Love you. Hope you have a good night. And guys, I think that's it for me. I'm gonna just finish the last bit of my cortado, and we're gonna head on our way. Ow, ow, dance party. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I don't want to spill my coffee. All right, folks. It was a fun time and a good time. I hope all y'all had a blast today. Before I go, I just want to do this because it gives it to me, so I might as well do it. Boom. Let's hit the community with a good old 5 gifted. How about it, folks? How about it? Hit them with the good old 5 gifted. 5 gifted. Let's get some W's rolled up in here. Yo, Seabass Mangdal, let's go. It's always good to see some true support show back up with some gifted members. Love it so much. I get 5 gifted, 10 gifted members per month. Well, okay, I only get them if I like. It's weird. I have different tiers of members, right? So like you have to, I don't know, you have to change the setting for it to like work properly. But Mungdal just became a sponsor. Let's go, Mungdal, Seabass, Toothless, Adrian, and Metaphysical. But that was, end of the stream. If you're just now tuning in, I just want to say thank you guys so much. I made some cool latte art today, a cat, a tulip, and then another tulip. And it was a good time and a fun time. With that being said, I hope you guys give life your absolute best shot, and I will see you in the next one, folks. See ya. Bye, y'all. Ding. This elevator's slow.